Late in the year, we've seen in our fishing reports that spinners are one of the best baits right now for catching walleyes. In this week's Fishing Tips, Paul Nelson explains what you can do to make your own spinners.
This week we're going to talk about making your own spinners. I like to buy a bunch of different components so that I'm able to switch spinners and make my own combinations and color patterns. What I like to do when I'm out on the lake too is use a quick change clevis on those so that I can quickly change the spinner blades to make different combinations. Usually when I have several people in the boat, I'll try a different color pattern on each person's line and make sure that I pay attention to who's getting the most bites. If one color pattern is getting more bites than the rest of the color patterns, I'll switch those blades out and get something more similar to the person who's getting the most bites. There's a lot of different kinds of blades that you can use too, or different styles. There's Indiana styles blades, there's Colorado styles, there's willow leaf, there's hatchet spinners. You can also change the size of the spinners anywhere from micro to larger sizes. Someone fishing in the Great Lakes, for instance, would use much bigger blades than someone fishing in the local area, in the Bemidji area. So you have to not only experiment with styles, but sizes. And I also like to change my bead patterns. I'll think of the colors of the rainbow and kind of use complementary colors. So when I'm using a red pattern, I'll tend to use oranges, reds, and pinks together. If I'm in the middle of the color spectrum, then I'm going to use yellows and greens in a number of different shades and color patterns. If I'm going on the other end of the spectrum, I'll use blues, purples, and even whites to use those beads to make different combinations, and all those things can help trigger more fish. So experiment with your combinations, make your own combinations, pay attention to which ones are working the best, and you'll catch more fish. This has been the Fishing Tip of the Week, and I'm Paul Nelson of the Bemidji Area Lakes Guide Service.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.